The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed, we're back with another one, Cousin Ed's Corner. And this is a corner connection. Actually, I renamed it, right? This segment is going to be Amos and Cousin Ed. So after Amos and Andy is Amos and Cousin Ed. I'm riding around with my father. We on a road trip. And I had another question for him and wanted to capture it real quick while we're riding back. So, Dad, welcome back.
Hey, good to be back, brother.
Yes, indeed. So, on our last discussion, we talked about meeting people, understanding friendships, and things of that matter. You mentioned about certain jobs that I had, and I wanted to go into work ethic, right? And how valuable it is for kids to have work ethic and learn responsibility of working, right? What's one of the earliest jobs you remember me having, or you helping me get?
Well, I would say you had a job with air conditioning and I don't know if I helped you got it, but you got the job with air conditioning and air conditioning company. And I think that job helped you learn about different things that can happen on the job. Happen on the job as you go out on the job. And that was part of my building, not building, but part of my effort to get you to understand how you have to look at things when you go into a job doing different things. And from what I heard from you and how the foreman was reacting and how you reacted to the foreman, and that was a good learning lesson because I remember we starting off in my basement putting up sheetrock in the ceiling. And I was telling you how to go about doing, making the drill run and everything else. It was all connecting up to when you're doing something, learn how to do it and do it at your best. And today now, at my age, I'm learning from you, from things that I learned, I tried to teach you back in those days. So you've already put an effort there that you was always put the best effort out when you are doing a job. And I see that in you and a lot of other things that you do. So just going out in the field of, let me just look at another job. You had another job working at a donut place.
A bagel shop?
Bagel shop, yeah. That was another job that you come in good, learn good things from you. You had so many little jobs, and I had you on the job with me doing a lot of different things. So all that was drawing everything together. I would take it with me. Okay, what I'm doing, I take it with me just to show them a little bit of what it takes to keep things together. And one of my main thing was I was trying to show him that you don't depend on your job alone. You always have an outside income coming in. And I tried to get him. I did put him in a school for barber school. But that was my idea of saying, listen, if this don't work, you go do this. And I know about barber, and I never did barber, but I know there was always money there. So I put him in that class, and when he went to college, he did some of that and see what it's about. He always could have that to fall back on. So work ethic and how he did it, and he had another job at what do you call the place? The salad place.
Which one?
The salad by FUD and
Salad?
Anyway, yeah, we did the salads there.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, anyway, you just go there in the afternoon and work there.
I had a grocery store.
Yeah. Oh, the grocery store. That was another learning there. Everybody know about bagging stuff at the grocery store and taking stuff. And I had him on the job with me. This is something I want to tell you guys. I used to tell the boss, listen, bring my son on just to get him on. I said, bring my son on. I'll pay him for the week. You don't have to hire him. I'll pay him for the week. I'll pay you for the week to pay him. When he gets there in there, he takes over the job that they wanted for him. They would take it over. He would take it over. So just by him showing the effort, they would hire him. This was young now. You don't know. This was at what young age.
I remember my first check was from Core. And I was like 11 years old. It was like $50 a week, so that was like $10 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a runner going to get groceries and stuff. And then I ended up staying there for a couple years doing that, and then ended up being security and cleaning and everything else until I was like 13, 14 years old up there working. So, but I definitely say the work ethic was definitely put in me early with different jobs. And so especially being an entrepreneur, the entrepreneurial spirit, being able to sell stuff. You mentioned something that was on my mind about in junior high school, me selling stuff. Do you remember me selling candy in junior high school?
Oh yeah, I remember that well. Well, at first I didn't know you was actually selling it, but I always see you buying extra candy every day and ask me for starting off by give me this, give me that. It wasn't extra that much, but you get extra for a couple extra dollars, whatever, dollars and cents, whatever. And then I finally realized he's and then what made it so good, the way he was doing it was drawing friends and drawing people to him to learn how they do things and how to do. So it was an entrepreneur type thing. You learning different things how to do. That was junior high.
Yeah. I ended up going to the wholesale place and buying the whole box because the guy in the store said I was buying them out of his stuff. He turned me on to the wholesale place to go get it myself. So I would go get Jolly Ranchers, the long ones, at the wholesale place, get a whole box of them and go to school and sell them at school. So I started there. Also before then, we had the icy business, shaved ice and the icy truck.
Yep.
So I learned all that from you with the entrepreneurship. My mom, I used to be over at her house and everybody in her building and the buildings next to her, I used to go on Sunday mornings and get newspapers and groceries for them. So I knocked on their door and said, what you need? And go get eggs and grits and bacon and stuff and bring it back and drop off for them.
Yep.
So definitely gave me that entrepreneurial spirit early. We were fortunate enough to have somebody in the family who actually was a employment agent for the state that got us on with different jobs. And every summer I had a job somewhere, riding my bike to different places to work there for the summer. So never let me go by without working. So you found it important for me to work no matter what. Even when I wanted to stay home, you was like, you got to get out of here. You remember having me go and collect cans?
Oh yeah, I had to do that too. Everything that I could think was get it. And it paid off because this is what I just told you about with the candy or with everything else. When he got up to be after college or whatever, or he's college, on his own, he would always have some hustle going on. There would always be something that he could make money with. One way or the other. That's what you're doing now. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So I can always bring in extra money. Nothing like drugs or nothing like that, but something that you can always do and bring you some extra money. And I see that in him yet today. And that's something I'm proud about though. From that day, back then up to now, I still see that.
Man, oh man, I had so many jobs, I can't even think about all of them.
And how many other people benefited from your jobs?
Oh yeah. Every time I got a job, I turned my friends onto it. I used to work at and this is from our family member. She put us on to doing the what's it called, the proctoring tests.
Oh yeah.
So you go there and you sit there and you proctor tests. You sit in the room with people taking state tests. And I got so good with that they wouldn't even have me in the room proctoring the test. I worked in the office with the ladies, and I was part of the administration giving the test. And they'd call me every time to come back in whenever they needed. I even go to the testing center afterwards and help organize the test stuff.
And after you left the state, they still were looking for
Oh
you.
yeah, after I left, and there was nothing but Italian people that ran it. I was good with all of them. Italian old ladies, I was good with all of them. So it was good to have good connections and good people around you that put you in good places. So definitely, it was. I don't want to say her name on the show, but yeah, she was good to all of us to put us in those places.
Yeah. And one thing I'll say to anybody who listens to this, if you got a kid and they're doing okay in school, always tell them you got to do better. Because you can always go, if you're high enough, you can come down, you still pass it. But if you just come along at the basic, it won't work. You got to get that grade higher and higher. And he went on to get a 3.8 GPA.
I did pretty well. But mine was not focused on the grades. I have to tell everybody the truth. I wasn't trying to be a scholar. I still don't believe. I mean, you didn't want to be a scholar. Mine was focused on the scholarships. Mine was focused on the money. And the only way I can get the money was through the grades. So that's the only reason why I stayed on that path. Now, I'm not going to say that's right for everybody. But to go to college, I needed a certain GPA for the SAT score. When I was in college, I was on a full ride, and I figured out the higher grade I got, the more of a refund check I can get because I can get other scholarships. So I was able to get scholarships outside of basketball that gave me a refund check. So let's say the Arthur Ashe scholarship was $2,000. That $2,000 came back to me in my pocket. So that's the reason why I focused on it. I'm not gonna say I didn't appreciate, you saying those things, but the value came from me was, I think one thing I would tell parents is finding what your kids' value is, right? What do they value? And give them that incentive. So if it was for you, give me an incentive of driving. If it was for you, give me an incentive of going out. If it was for you, give me an incentive. Whatever incentive you can give your kids, I think that's a great thing to do. Forcing it on them, it can definitely turn the opposite direction because they might not like to be forced on. The incentive is what can also drive them. So I will say that looking back in hindsight, my incentives came through sports and came through money and things like that. So finding your kids, you gotta know your kids too, right? Some kids might just be a pleaser and pleasing their parents and doing certain things. Mine wasn't in the pleasing aspect, it was the value aspect of what was coming out of it. So just a little insight.
And one thing I'll say that is here, Ed, Mr. Ed, whatever. I'm gonna tell you what he did one time. Man. I don't know how to. He would know the story better than I do. He was either in college or wherever else. He met this young lady, I don't know who she was, that him and her, it wasn't no girlfriend or nothing like that. It was just a lady that he picked up that she knew how to do. She was a smart lady. He met this lady, and this lady helped him in so many ways. When he got he could tell the story. When he got to college, and what other effort you can tell that story about that?
Oh yeah, just when you go to school, you find people who are in your degree, and once they have had the class they're ahead of you, they're willing to help you. And just being able to link up with people that are willing to help you is always great. And just totally different backgrounds, totally different things, but just being friends and letting them know who you really are. Like, hey, I just need your help, and they're willing to help you. So she was in a nursing program and took a lot of the classes that I already took, and helped me through a lot of the classes that I had. So yeah, great people, and just was an honest, legit person that was authentic. So yeah, definitely. I would say always surround yourself with great people. Surround yourself with great people. So that was it. I just wanted to holler at you, Dad, and say thank you again. Thank my mom as well. Thank the community around us, the village around us, for just sometimes your village push you along in different ways, right? Maybe that's another whole show. But they got me to where I'm at. I'll say that much. Got me to where I'm at. It's your boy, Cousin Ed. I love each and every one of you. That you can do about it. Hey, listen, be sure to like, follow, and share the show. Be sure to hit the subscribe button wherever you listen to this at right now. Sorry for the background noise. We're on the road. So, hey, this is the Corner Connection. Amos and Cousin Ed. We out of here. Love y'all. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.